project?
Yeah, right here.
Okay. Yeah, great.
Yeah, so basically, if you click start, you have options. You're presented with firstly, presented with options. Let me go back to the main page. You're presented with options to start a new chat in Ventura or open a previous chat that you have already done with using a JSON file to store chat history. So once you type this, and let's say you have a um, detection, like the user thinks that they have malware or a DDoS attack, SQL injection, or a ransomware attack, they can input this into the field and analyze with AI, or they can drag and drop a file here, browse through the files, analyze with AI, and it'll give a what the attack is with bolded highlights and an explanation for non-technical users to understand what it is. And then the this program will then ask the user if the last AI response was correct, if this was for a more technical user, and they were seeing if the AI outputs the correct information. So you can say yes, no, or skip it altogether if you don't know. And you can go back to the welcome page or open chats from previous days.
Okay. So can you tell me about the project? What is it? What is this about?
So it's about cybersecurity and detecting malware from whatever the user inputs. So let's say the user wants to identify, they're not sure about malware that's in that's running through their code or through an email, like ransomware attack. And they're not sure, is this malware or not? So then they can input it into this Venture AI and detect, and the AI will detect if it's malware or not.
Oh. So where did you get this idea about creating a project on this topic? Did you face any
Um,
instance
Me and
where?
my group mates just came up with this idea. We brainstormed together in the ideation phase.
Okay, so who was your teammate?
Neha and Jovan.
So what was your experience with them? Was it
It-
good?
Yeah, it was good.
Okay. So can you tell me more about the project?
Um, what do you mean? Like,
So where do you get this database from?
so we used Streamlit for our front end, and we used a Google API key, a private API key from Gemini, to use Gemini's API key to for the LLM, and then we also use Python. We use Python to code this project.
So what are your future plans with this project?
We can expand this by making the interface better. Like right now it's plain, and we could add a lot more objects, as well as having a report, like having the AI generate a report. That would be very good. And yeah, we could just add more.
Okay, so are you planning to make these changes in this project?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you have any other plans with some other projects maybe?
Um, right now I've like in last week I'm working on something's it's not school related, it's my own project, but it's not with AI. It's it's to calculate grades in my focus in my grade book. So we have a specific grade book, and it's a Google extension, and I wanted to create something to calculate that grade in that specific category.
Okay, great. So by the way, what was your role in creating this project, Bharat?
So we all work together, and I basically created the ideation phase was mostly my idea, and I also loaded the previous chats or like coded with Jovan and worked
Okay.
on helping the AI functionality. We weren't getting the prompt correctly, and we worked together and had the prompt correct.
Okay, great. So do you think you'll be confident in future while creating such projects again or
Yeah.
some other projects? Okay. So are you planning to participate in some hackathon or some other competitions.
Yeah.
Can you tell me more about it?
Um, so for hackathons, I wanted to get more knowledge on cybersecurity and like work towards Security Plus, certification for Security Plus. So yeah, I wanted to work towards those things.
Okay, great. So we'll start with the presentation now. You can share your screen and show me the presentation.
You can see.
Yeah, yeah.
How do I put it into oh, wait.
I think you can. Yeah,
Oh, there we
that's.
go. Hmm.
Yeah.
So these are group data dynamos, and this is my presentation on our AI Ventura. So Ventura AI will detect cyber threats within online requests through the user's input with AI, with specifically Gemini API, Gemini's AI, and it's built with Streamlit, Gemini's private API key, and Python. Some of Ventura's key features is the AI detection, in which it'll scan input in the user's input for infections and bugs. So like the SQL injection that I just showed you, and also any DDoS attacks, ransomware, and also it'll ask for user feedback, as I've shown you, if the user is more technical. And chat history is stored with JSON file. So the architecture for Ventura is that it's built off a Gemini API key, and we use LLMs for Gen AI responses, and we use Streamlit for the front end, and we use a JSON file for the chat history. Next, the user will be, so when the user is confronted with the OpenAI, the screen, it'll be start a new chat, load a previous chat, as I've shown you. And when you click start new chat, you'll be presented with this screen in which the user can input something or drag and drop a file, and also analyze with AI or go back to the welcome page. Once the user analyzes with the AI, it'll bold the keyword that if it's an SQL injection, what type of attack it is or malware it is, and then an explanation for non-technical users. And then you can also load previous chats. The impact of Ventura AI is that it'll help non-technical users easily identify infections and requests without like immediate assistance from people who are higher up or know better. And it also gives professionals opportunities to fact check their assumptions on what type of malware it is, and it gives way to a safer and smarter cybersecurity world. And possible expansion for Venture AI is what I've said, like the UI can be improved and it can be added to cybersecurity companies to enhance their companies and our website. And this is the tech stack of Venture AI.
Okay, so the presentation was really good, and the user interface of your project was also really nice.